2 years ago, I changed the way that I fundamentally look at work. Since doing that, I have joined the top 0.01% of earners. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I view work, how I use work as a lever for real freedom, how I leverage flow state to scientifically make myself more happy, the challenge mindset, why I don't view work as time and effort spent, and why I don't view work as a burden. All of these things are going to make sense very soon. Work can scientifically make you happier. Let me cook. A very common misconception people have about work is that it's this inherently negative thing, or like a burden, something to dread. Unsurprisingly, this mindset creates resentment and frustration in one's everyday work experience. This not only makes their working performance worse, it sure as hell makes their work more dreadful. I understand work as a flow state enabler. Flow state is the most pure form of focus in which the conscious mind is fully immersed on just one activity. It's this human mental state phenomenon where your brain activity actually floods with dopamine, focus tightens, and time fades. Feels damn good. It can only be captured in the deepest concentration of work. Deep Work, a book that dives into the study of concentration, notes that this flow state is most obtainable when the task at hand is about 4% above the person's skill level. So with that in mind, I've made it a priority to hire people to do the things that I think are well within my skill capability, so I can position my work to always be 4% above what I'm capable of. This positions my time spent working to be flow state enabling and thus much more euphoric. A lot of people strive for work-life balances. These work-life balance delusions ironically trap them in a life full of much more work. The thing is, work with enough volume and precision can unlock the freedom not to work. Now, as long as your income can compound from your hard work, enough volume of work in a concentrated period of time buy you the choice of work or life. So by concentrating the volume of when you work your hardest, you can buy freedom, which is something that almost nobody has. So I look at work like a lever to freedom. Successful people have lots of common traits. When you paint the top characteristics of successful people, like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Cristiano Ronaldo, Barack Obama even, there's only one constant characteristic between all of them, and that's discipline. And so it's safe to say that one's discipline correlates to their level of success. I like to just say discipline equals success. Obviously, work, the boring and grueling parts of it, take a certain amount of discipline. But I don't look at this like discipline. Because I equate discipline to success, I view it as a daily and lifelong challenge of how successful I can be. How frequently can I push myself to do the exact thing that will make me more successful? So work can be viewed as a beautiful challenge towards success you can give yourself on a daily basis. Now, if you agree with me that it's good to be disciplined, then you'll know discipline favors long-term gratification over short-term gratification. That's because long-term gratification tends to be far more sustainable and feel far better than short-term. What's amazing is that if you work for long enough and you do just enough long-term gratifying activity, you will eventually enter this state of relatively constant gratification, where actions from long ago are benefiting you in real time as you work for your future for further long-term gratification. And it's this beautiful cycle of gratification that's both healthy and sustainable. Realizing this was kind of a game changer for me. Finally, Alex Hormozy helped me see just how many people misdefine work. Most people misdefine work. Contrary to popular belief, it's not the amount of time or effort spent on something. And it's not the scientific definition of work, which is force times distance. I measure work by productivity and output. This allows you to calculate work as a combination of leverage, which means working smarter, and efficient execution, which means being productive. And so traditionally, we just define work as time spent on something and effort put into it. And so if I'm a chef at a restaurant, I ought to get paid for how hard I sweat, right? Since that's my effort. And for how long I'm in the kitchen, since that's my time spent. But in reality, how many meals I chef up, which is my output, and how good those recipes were, which is my leverage, serves to be a far better way to measure that chef's work. I encourage you to work harder and smarter. That's a great way to live.